Now going towards the forward 50, looking for Marrow again, can't quite take the mark. Law was there, Marrow round the body, 2 in a minute, can he do it? Bouncing ball, goal!
We're coming towards a pointy end of the season of the EFL. Last rounds for Divvies 4, 3 and 2. Big focus on 4 and 3 today with Ben Waterworth, the EFL's media manager. Benny, g'day.
G'day, Half. I'm not sure about your iPod, but the top of my iPod playlist of late has been the final countdown by Europe. That has been on repeat over the past couple of days because we are on the final countdown to the Choose Tap final series. Very, very exciting.
Wowee. Wasn't expecting that.
Neither was I.
Well done. Yes, very exciting time for all those involved in local footy as we come to the finals. The Choose Tap final series in the Eastern Footy League this year. Perhaps the game in Divi 4 we'll look at first. We're going to look at 2 today. We'll look at first. Isn't really counting down to the finals, more so a footy trip / Mad Monday scenario. It is the bottom 2 teams at the moment on the table. Canterbury take on the mighty, the Super Surrey Park Panthers this week. It is at the Canterbury Sports Ground. We've got 2 wins between these 2 teams this year. Canterbury have got both of those, but the Super Surrey Park Panthers, it's their time.
Now, last time we talked at the Surrey Park, they didn't have a great game, so I've tried to sort of keep it on the down low, but how can you not talk about this game? Surrey Park, I'm telling you now, Half, are every chance to win this game.
Of course we are.
Canterbury, of course we are. Of course, Canterbury have been very disappointing this season, to say the least. They've only won the 2 games. They've been in the system for 4 years. You would have thought they'd make a few steps forward, but they haven't. Surrey Park, from what I understand, Half, they played the Basin last weekend, but they rested a few of their key players, from what I understand, to freshen up for this game. So this is going to be very, very big. I was talking to President Rod Bunkle during the week, and I think it's just going to be relief at first if they're able to get this victory.
Well, hang on, it's not over yet.
I know. If they do get this victory, then a very, very large party after that. At the Canterbury Sports Ground, it'll be tough, but in my opinion, Canterbury want the end of the season. Surrey Park want to win more than anything. I think the Panthers will probably get up, and I think a lot of the EFL pundits out there think so as well.
It's the perfect way for a season to end from the Surrey Park point of view, isn't it?
Oh, you couldn't get a much better scenario, in my opinion, as well, Half. I think they're primed for it as well. Canterbury just on the decline a little bit. They really want the end of the season, and I think Surrey Park are getting them at the perfect time.
All right, so who's going to win? Surrey Park.
Surrey Park.
The Super Surrey Park Panthers. Wowee, how good's that going to be? Good luck to both teams, but a special good luck to the Super Surrey Park Panthers. Right, well, let's have a look at the top of the ladder then, because 1 take on 2 this weekend. The Basin take on the might of South Belgrave, of course. Basin undefeated, although after you're saying that Surrey Park rested some players, probably doesn't count for much anymore. A very good team at Batterham Reserve this one. Who wins?
Look, it's 1v2, and I think these 2 teams will meet in a few weeks' time in the Choose Tap final series. I don't think there's any doubt about that. They played off in a fantastic game earlier on in the season. I think it was around round 8, where Basin only got over the line by 2 goals. A ripping game, that one. Rob Sharp, our EFL CEO, said one of the most exciting Division 4 games he's ever seen.
Really?
And Sharp is a hard man to please when it comes to on-field style stuff. So well done to Rob Sharp and going out and seeing that one. Look, in my opinion, South Belgrave are the best full forward in Divi 4, Lucas Appleby, and they also have the best full back in Todd Burley. So rocks at either end of the ground there. But in the finals-like game, Half, I reckon that it's the midfield that wins games.
You betcha.
The Basin in Clinton King, in Trevor Mills, who won a Leader Young Gun nomination last week, and Max Kruger, who won one about a month or so ago, but he's continued on from that. Those kind of guys will really lift the Basin on the weekend, and I think will ensure that the Basin remains undefeated in the home and away season.
Wow, so there should be premiers as well. Premiers and champions on the flag. That's nice to have.
I think they've just got a good mix of youth and experience. Some of those older players, I think, will carry the Basin over the line, but finals is a different ball game. Of course, we all know that one. But on the weekend, I think the Basin should have the measure of the South Belgrave.
All right, there will be an asterisk on that flag if they do get the premiers and champions after the Surrey Park resting of players. But more on that a little bit later on through the Choose Tap final series. Benny, we might just hold it there for a sec, mate. Come back later on and talk about Divi 3 and go through the full round of Divi 3 games and see what the ladder might look like, because it is a fascinating situation at the moment. Back with more on EFL TV shortly.
50 metres out from goal. Barrett got that knocked down and went straight to Moyle out of the pack. What a kick by Brett Moyle! Super play at the stoppages. The captain, well, the coach indeed.
All right, getting into the final series, the Choose Tap final series for the EFL. Nice to check in with some of the people who will be officiating And one of those is a young lady who's made big waves in the Eastern Footy League umpiring department this week. Katrina Stopinski's joined us. Katrina, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you have been given the very high honour of umpiring the 17A Grand Final, which is the highest junior Grand Final. That's an outstanding achievement. Well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a bit of a surprise, but I'm very happy. All my hard work's paid off this year. So.
Clearly, there's been a lot of hard work and some good guidance as well to get you to this level so quickly.
Yeah,
I mean, who's been helping you through the system?
Definitely Michael Vozzo, very positive, in charge of umpiring this year. Also Bruce Onken, who's one of the observers. And I can't go without thanking Phil Herman, who had helped me with my juniors the last 4 years. So, yeah, all thanks to those three guys.
And why did you get involved in umpiring? Why did you think it was a great idea for you?
I've always been involved with football from with my younger brother.
Yep.
He's played juniors, so I started helping out doing the water and then running the boundary. I was also a trainer, but I love my sport and love football, so I thought, why not, combine some fitness and a little bit of pocket money with something I enjoy doing.
Were you a runner? Were you an athlete? Was it something you liked to do, or you just want to get involved more intimately in the game?
Yeah, just more intimately. I've always loved sport. Did a little bit of athletics, not quite a natural runner, but just thought, put my hand up, have a go, and I've loved it ever since.
What's been the hardest thing to come to grips with?
I think probably a little bit of things off the field. Well, when you're umpiring, hearing the comments off the field.
They wouldn't be saying nasty things in the crowd, would they?
Sometimes. Not all the time. It's generally been pretty positive, but you just got to take it on the chin, and you're there to do your job. So.
Well, you're clearly able to handle yourself, because not only are you doing the 17A Grand Final, you're the first female to ever umpire Divi 2 senior game. What was that like, that experience?
It was fantastic. I was so surprised. It wasn't a goal that I set for myself this year, but when I got appointed the game, just over the moon. Definitely noticed the quick pace compared to Division 3, but obviously I was ready for it, according to Michael Vozzo. So, absolutely fantastic.
Were there any decisions on that day where you thought, I don't know what to do here, or just keep it simple?
No, just straightforward. Football's football.
Yeah, okay,
and
good.
if you overthink it, that's when things go wrong. So just got to keep doing what you're doing, because it's obviously the right thing.
I like the attitude. You've also been a part, or you will be a part of the 3-umpire system this weekend. Have you been involved in that before?
Only last year in the female game on the long weekend.
Yeah, what's that like? How different is it to umpire in a 3-umpire game as opposed to the 2?
It's definitely higher intensity, especially if you're in the mid-zone. You have to work quite hard.
Yep.
You don't have your second umpire there to back you up, to push up to the mark. It's also quite beneficial in the forward lines, as you've got more vision up forward, so the full forwards and the full backs are a lot more protected, which the coaches and the clubs are obviously quite happy with.
So you notice in games where there's 3 umpires that there are more free, probably paid in those zones, because you've got better access to seeing the whole field, or that region of the game?
Yeah. You've got more focus, and you don't have to, you can push forward, you don't have to worry about what's going on up forward.
Right.
You've got more eyes everywhere.
Interesting. I like talking to people who know more about the game than I do. What's your ambition? What are your goals long term?
I would just like to see how far I can go with my umpiring. Obviously, I'll start thinking about goals for next year. Probably Division 1 seniors would be a good start.
Yep.
Other than that, I just keep doing what I'm doing, and if it gets me somewhere, it gets me somewhere. If not, I'm having fun doing it.
How long have you been doing it?
This is my 5th year umpiring, but first year doing seniors.
Well, you've come a long way in a short period of time. Hopefully, you get a chance to do it at a higher level, Divi 1 next year, and who knows what is there. I know they think very highly of you at the Eastern Footy League umpiring department. So good luck for the 17A Grand Final. Good luck this weekend, and I'm sure we'll be hearing lots more about you in the future.
Thank you very much, Harv.
Katrina Stopinski on EFL TV.
Lovely handball to Smith, who runs through the centre of the ground. Target up in the forward 50. Need a mark here, the Tigers. Play on. Snap around the body. Bouncing ball. What a goal from Anthony Faulkner. And what a game we are seeing here at Walker Park in Mitcham.
All right, back on the Footy Matters now. On the field, the games played this week, Divi 3, the last weekend of home and away games there. Fascinating division it is too. Probably the most competitive division I've seen in any footy league for quite some time. And Benny's back with us from the EFL media team. Benny, it's unbelievable to see the closeness of this division. 4th to 8th at the moment are all on 10 wins, and of course we have a top 5. So 5 teams are competing for those 2 spots, and it's quite close up the top of the Division 3 ladder at the moment. So it's also interesting as well with 5th
playing 6. That's Ringwood playing Heathmont, which will be a 98.1 Radio Eastern game. And, of course, Templestowe playing Mitcham, which is 7th versus 8th. So it's very, very wide open at the moment.
All right, we'll go through each game just because it's a pretty important weekend, obviously, as we lead into the Tuesday final series. What's the biggest game of the round, though, in Div 3?
I think when you have a look at it, North Ringwood and Wanturna South. Wanturna South hold the key to the teams below them and where they finish. Wanturna South knocked over North Ringwood earlier on in the season as well. So the Devils have every chance to win this game. I think, though, I reckon Wanturna South will cause an upset as well. Even though this one's at Quamby, I think Wanturna South will win. They've got the best percentage of the teams who've got 10 wins at the moment. So I think the Devils will win and secure 4th spot on the ladder.
Okay, well, that'd be a bit of an upset. That'd cost the Saints top spot, would it?
It would. So that means going on the next game, which will be Glen Waverley Hawks and Coldstream. The Hawks should win, which means that they will go to the top of Division 3 ladder and get the week off.
All right, so Glen Waverley Hawks to win that one. Churnside Park take on Boronia.
I don't think Boronia will have too many issues, even though this one is out at Churnside Park. Boronia to win this one and get 3rd spot. So it'll probably be North Ringwood v Boronia in the first week of the Tuesday finals.
Okay, Heathmont take on Ringwood. You said that's the 98.1 Radio Eastern game of the round. The Caravan of Courage will be out at Heathmont. So who wins?
All aboard the Caravan of Courage. We're going to see a beauty out there. Look, Heathmont are without Mr. Sheen. He's been suspended.
It's not so shiny anymore.
The Sheen Express will not be shining on the weekend, which is a bit of which I think will probably get Ringwood a win. They were very disappointing last weekend, but the Redbacks should be able to bounce back.
Okay, Templestowe take on Mitcham as well. The Tigers pushed the Saints to 3 points last week on Radio Eastern.
They did. Mitcham were very, very impressive. But looking at this one, I think Mitcham probably able to bounce back. But looking at the Ringwood result, Ringwood beat Heathmont. They actually sneak into that 5th spot in Division 3. So this game, it's all percentage. It all depends on percentage. But these two teams both have quite a less percentage than Ringwood at the moment. So I think no matter who wins, I think they'll miss out in the Division 3 Tuesday finals series. But Mitcham should be able to give Templestowe not a pounding, but should be able to win this one quite comfortably.
And speaking of percentage, Whitehorse Pioneers take on Warrandyte. Poor old Pioneers have had an ordinary percentage.
They have. Unfortunately, they've had a pretty ordinary season, though. Haven't been at home this year, but they'll be back at Springfield Road next season. So good luck to them. But I think Warrandyte should be able to win this one quite comfortably. They've been pretty impressive, and they means that Whitehorse Pioneers will finish on the bottom of Division 3.
So what does that mean your top 5 looks like?
Top 5 will be the Glen Waverley Hawks, followed by North Ringwood, Boronia, Wanturna South, and Ringwood sneaks in on percentage.
And don't forget the Radio Eastern game of the round is Heathmont v Ringwood of Div 3 status. It's going to be a beauty, and you can hear it from 1 o'clock.
Yes, from 1 o'clock on 98.1 and 2 p.m. on EFL.org.au. It's
going to be a great weekend, the last weekend in Div 4, 3 and 2. Benny, great to see you, mate.
Great to see you too, Half.
Look forward to your company next week on EFL TV.
Decker of the Heath variety got the knockdown, went straight into the arms of Whitnish. He was tackled, kick snap around the body. This is a great shot on goal. What a super kick that was from the stoppages.